Right, good morning. As I said, I'm testing out these 18 Barracuda 18s, and they'll be the first ones I'm going to shoot at. And also, I said that I'm 3 digits under the factory setting. So let's start recording the string. Okay, and we'll get on with this test. So these are Barracuda 18s. Okay, now 18.13 grain. Right, okay, we'll try it. I'm going to go for the top pellet hole, and it should go low. Oh, what happened now? Oh, okay. Right, okay, top pellet hole.
573, 13.2.
Now I don't believe that. I'm 3 digits under, and that's 13.2 on 18 grain pellets. So I've got to come down another 3 digits. Now this don't just apply to me, it applies to everybody who's got a sub-12 air rifle. So if I bring it down another 3 digits to get it into that 11 foot-pounds, that means I'm 6 digits down from factory setting.
$571, 13.1.
I'll do this 10-shot string, and then I just don't believe it.
$568, 13.
Now you can see why I said about you buy from a shop and you do pellet testing, you know.
$571, 13.1.
And when I get in, I'll show you where the marker is on that regulator.
571, 13.1. $571, 13.1. $568, 13.
Oh.
571, 13.1.
Yeah, not very happy at all. Well, I'm happy with how they're shooting, but I'm not happy.
571, 13.1. Last bullet.
Now a lot of people shoot with these pellets, these 18 grain pellets.
571. 13.1. Empty magazine.
Right, okay, so it was a shot count of 10. We had a low of 568, a high of 573, average is 571. A spread of 5, standard deviation of 1.5. Now I'll come up further. You can see the foot pounds and also the velocity range, minimum return, radar return, project weight 1813. Right, okay, so to review the shot count. Number 1, 13.2, 2 was 13.1, 3 was 13, 4 was 13.1, 5 13.1, 6 13.1, 7 13, 8 13.1, 9 13.1 and 10 13.1 foot-pounds. So I've got to come back down another 3 digits. And now this applies to everybody. So what I'm going to do is now change the shot stream, new string. Edit profile, general. Right, I'm going to go with 10 of the magazine, but I'm going to come now where it's got 1813. I'm going to come down to the Spitfire domes, which is 14.6. Yesterday I put it at 14.3, but and these are Spitfire. I just put SMK down. Right, okay, so we're testing out now. We're testing out now the Spitfire domes. And we'll see how these go. So this is another 10 shot count on Spitfires. So we're going to come over to the second ball, the second red dot. Oh dear. Times I do that.
582. 11.
Yeah, see, I put it to 11 foot-pounds, so I was right about that. So it can only go up a little bit or down a little bit.
$582. 11. 582. 11.
See, 11. And these are 14, so an extra 4 grains took you over the limit. Oh shit, done it again.
580, 10.9. 582, 11. 580, 10.9. 580, 10.9.
'll come over to the next spot.
582, 11. 582, 11. Last bullet.
Right, last bullet.
585, 11. Empty magazine.
Okay, that last one, because the plane went over, was 11.1 foot-pounds. Yeah, so it looks like I've got to take the regulator down again. As I say, this applies to everybody who's got a sub 12, and you know, it's just unfair. The UK law is just unfair. Right, I'll take another. Take another 10 shots. I mean, those was sort of all over the place. So I'll come down on that spot there.
582, 11.
Yeah, still 11s. These are with the Spitfires still.
582, 11.
So when you think about it, those Thunders and the Barracuda 18s I can't really shoot because they both take me over.
$580, 10.9.
And when you think about the Barracuda 18s, it's a well-known pellet.
582, 11.
But they're shooting a little bit erratic.
$578, 10.8.
Now that's what I mean, you know, you just heard that say 10.8. You buy a new rifle and you start pellet testing with your pellets, and it comes into the 10s or maybe 9s, and you think to yourself, oh, it's underpowered, so you adjust your power up to about 11.5 on that pellet you're using. But then if you put a heavier pellet in, it's way over the 12 foot-pounds, and that applies to everybody that's got a sub 12 in England.
578, 10.8.
So my reckoning is all of us in England who's got a sub 12 air rifle can be over the limit if you put a heavier pellet in.
500. 73. 10.6. 500. 71. 10.6. 500. 66. 10.4. Last bullet.
Last bullet, and this would be the last one anyway of the shoot today.
500. 66. 10.4. Empty magazine.
Right, okay, so what we got? Well, it makes no difference what we've got, at least they're under, it's under the foot-pounds. Right, okay, from number 1 pellet, 11, number 2, 11, number 3, 11 foot-pounds, 4 was 10.9, 5 was 11, the 6th pellet was 10.9, 7th 10.9, 8th was 11, 9 was 11, 10 was 11 1, 11 was 11, 12 was 11, 13 was 10 9, 14 was 11, 15 10.8, 16 10.8, number 17 was 10.6, 18 10.6, 19 10.4, and 20 was 10.4. So really we're just under, I think we're just under 11 foot-pounds. Right, okay, so I'm going to come out of that and stop the film. Right, turn that off. And turn the chrono off. Yeah, as I said earlier this morning, this applies to everybody who's got a sub 12 air rifle in England. Just by putting a little bit of a heavier pellet in, you're over the legal limit, and this is all wrong. We buy these guns sub 12 thinking it's going to be sub 12, and it's not, because you put a heavier pellet in and there's no information out there saying what pellet weight has to keep under that 12 foot-pounds. So we're buying these heavy pellets and we're shooting not knowing that we're over the legal limit, and all that is unfair, you know. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this back in, empty the air out. In fact, I'll empty the air out now. As I said, in this pellet we're shooting the purple pellet, the last recruit, that was 20 foot pounds. It's only 8 foot-pounds fire, and when you've got notifications we can shoot any pellet, almost any pellet. You know, people what's using slugs, now, I don't believe in slugs shooting through these barrels, you know what I mean? But there's a lot of YouTubers out there doing it. I think I might have to have a look and see if they're chronographing it, because the slug is going to be heavier. Now I'm telling you what I've done to this rifle. I put a lighter spring in from original, and all I've done is adjusted the regulator, and then I'll put down increments around, and I use those increments to adjust the regulator. Now at the moment I'm 3 increments from factory setting, so I imagine another 3 increments would bring that, or maybe another 2 would bring that 18 pellet, you know, Barracuda 18 down into the high 11 foot-pounds. Once again, it's got to be tested. But we shouldn't be having to do all this, you know what I mean? You know, it's nice to tinker about with a rifle, but if you can't buy a rifle straight from a shop and let it shoot under that 12 foot-pounds with any pellet, the law is completely wrong. Yeah. Anyway, I'm babbling on, so maybe today, once I adjust it again. See you later, bye. Right, okay, I'm just going to take off the tube to adjust the regulator, and I really can't believe that I'm having to do it again. It's lucky that this rifle is so easy to dismantle to get to the regulator. And I find it's the only way you can really adjust the power. Sometimes you find these screws just kind of don't want to come out. Like this one. Okay. Right, okay, so this is the tube with the regulator. We just get a screwdriver, put it in and just break the seal. believe I'm doing this again. Right, okay. There's the F. And where's the F? That's the F. You can't see the digits, but I'm 1, 2, 3, 3 digits from the factory settings. So I'm going to unlock that, and I'm going to come down again. Three more digits. So I'm coming down. 1, 2, 3. So that's 6 digits down from the factory setting. And now that should give me, I hope, the Barracuda 18s under the 12 foot-pounds. But also, I've lowered, by doing that, I've also lowered the power on the Spitfires. Once again, you know, just lubricate your O-rings. And just twirl it around in your hands. And now that's ready to go back in. Yeah, I find that this is so easy on a snow peak to do. You know, you can imagine on another rifle where you got to do a lot of work trying to get the regulator out. You know. So with the snow peak, the way it's designed, it's well worth the money. Right, that's locked up, and now all we have to do is just reassemble. Okay, so that's all down. I've just got to locate these screw holes and tighten that down. You know, as you can see, it only takes 5 minutes on this snow peak. You know, it's very, very good. So I'm just tightening these up. That's the first part of the video just made up, so this bit will be added on. Okay, that's that one done. This is the last screw. That's done. Now it's just leaving the M-lock to tighten up this part. Trouble with this one, you can't really see if your screws are located, not until you try it. Yeah, they're located in, okay. This is the last screw, so really, oh, I didn't tighten up the barrel band. You see, it's very easy to forget, and all it is really, you got 5 screws, 4 to take out. Well, you got 6. The bleed screw, you got to bleed the air out. You got the barrel band, which you just have to retighten up, and you got 4 screws what you have to take out, and that's all what's on the snow peak to get to the regulator. Right, okay, now just putting in the M lock, not putting in, but putting it back on. And if I think I had to time myself to do this, I would say it's just over 6 minutes to get to the regulator. Right, okay, so that's done. That's all put back together, and all we've got to do now is retest the Barracuda 18s. Yeah, beautiful little rifle. I really like it, you know. Okay, put it on safety, and don't forget, when you muck about with the regulator and you go to fill it up, you must pull the cocking lever back to get that hammer off the needle valve, otherwise you'll be there all day trying to pump it up. That's it. All I have to do now is test it. Okay, see you later. Right, okay, you saw me take it down a few more digits. I'm going to shoot the Spitfire domes first, and then change the chronograph to the 18 grain pellets. So let's get on with it, shall we, and see how it goes. Alright, let's start recording the shot count. Right, okay, so right, start recording the screen. Okay, so this is the target I was using this morning. So we're on the same target, so I'm going to come down to this spot here, and these are with Spitfires.
568, 10.5.
Right, okay, so I brought it down to 10.5 from 11. $571, 10.6. Now if it keeps to 10.5, 10.6, 10.4, I'll be very happy, I think. Why is that not going in? Okay.
$571, 10.6.
I'm still not quite sure whether this is going to be the Barracuda 18s are going to be under that 12.
571, 10.6. $568, 10.5. 568. 10.5.
You know, we shouldn't be doing this really.
566. 10.4. 573. 10.6.
I think we've got 2 more pellets to go.
571. 10.6. Last bullet.
Right, last bullet, okay. So it's averaging 10.5, 10.6. And I'm still not convinced it's going to be enough.
571. 10.6.
Right,
Empty
okay.
magazine.
There's a string of 10, low of 10.4, and then the rest was 10.5 and 10.6. So now what I'm going to do is change the grain weight for the Barracuda. So new string. Oh, it's new string, so I can't do that. Edit profile, general. Yeah, that's set. Right, okay, I'm changing the pellet grain weight, which is 18.13. Right, okay. Let's go over now. Right, let's just check that. Yeah, project weight 18.13, okay. So here's the 18s, and let's over, I'm under the 12 foot-pounds with 10 shots. This is going to be a bit of a long video, this one. Right, okay. So I'm going to come to the middle target there.
$554. 12.4.
No, 12.4. I need to take it down another digit. Bloody hell, I don't believe it.
554. 12.4. 552. 12.3. 554. 12.4. 545. 12. 554. 12.4.
Don't believe this.
500. 54. 12. 0.4. 500. 54. 12. 0.4. 500. 54. 12. 0.4.
Last bullet.
500. 54. 12. 0.4.
Well,
Empty magazine.
you've heard all that, so I'm just going to turn the chronograph off. I'm not even going to look at the shot count. And 12.4. Even if it was on 12, it would still be illegal. So if I bring it down another 2, we should be in 11 foot-pounds. But all this messing about just to keep in within the law, you know, it's a bit of a joke, you know what I mean? I'm already 5 digits down from factory setting on the regulator. So yeah, I can honestly say the regulator is set too high for English standards. I mean, if we can't shoot an 18.13 grain pellet within a sub 12 pound law, that regulator was set too high from the factory anyway. I don't know what they checked it with, but they should really check it with heavy pellets, you know, like the Barracuda 18s, to get it under that 12 pound. Some people might think I'm foolish doing this and showing it on YouTube about being over, but I'm doing this for not only myself, I'm doing it for all of us, which has got a sub 12. You must have a chronograph when you're doing pellet testing, otherwise you could be over that 12 limit. You know, it just does my brain in. So I'm not going to put this, well, this video will be going up, but I'm going to release the air again. So easy to get to the regulator and adjust it. You know, I've got a lighter spring in now, and I've adjusted this regulator, God knows how many times now. I really don't know what to say, you know what I mean? Let's turn the scope off. Yeah, I really don't know what to say. As I say, it's just not for myself, it's for everybody what's got a sub 12. Now, whether you agree or disagree, I don't give a shit, you know what I mean? I can only go on what I'm seeing, how I'm adjusting it, and all this. Now, you can understand why, when people say to me, drill out the transfer port, there's certainly a no-go area, because once you drill it out, and you get it wrong, there's no putting back the metal you took out, you know what I mean? you might as well just throw the gun away, break it up, throw it away. Never pass a gun on to another person knowing that he can't do anything with it. Anyway, that's the end of this video for today. I'll be going indoors, readjusting the regulator. Tomorrow I'll come back out and redo this Barracuda 18. Of course, every time I'm lowering the pressure down, I'm also lowering the pressure down for the Spitfire domes, just to shoot the Barracuda 18. Anyway, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting it to be under that 12 foot-pounds, but instead of that it's 12.4. So it's a joke. I'll see you later. Okay, bye.